Hi Libra, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler, and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. You guys have been on my mind really strong. I hope you guys have been doing well. My Libra gang is so loyal, okay? I realize you guys miss Air Sign Mondays, and to be completely honest, I do too, man. Yesterday just didn't feel right. I was like, oh, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to my schedule. I'm working things out, you guys. My home life has shifted. My personal life has shifted. There's a lot going on, okay? And I feel like if you are a Libra, like I am myself, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, you're definitely feeling a lot of different energies like that. Just transformation all across the board, in other words. This previous month, October, as we near the end of the season and head into Scorpio season, this brought a lot of sobering energy, okay? And I think that though many people within the collective have received a lot of mental clarity and renewed focus, Libra, of course, being the air cardinal sign, is always just before any other sign, okay, in that area. They're always just before, the, cutting edge. It seems like Libra tends to throw themselves into things because they know that they are the change makers. They are the spirit seekers. You are the clarifiers, the outreachers mentally. And in a lot of ways, what we were reaching for this previous season was just a little out of our grasp, okay? We really went for it this year. I don't know what it was astrologically, but we really went for it. And so there was quite a stretch in October. There was quite a stretch for Libra and Libra season. This, of course, made a lot of space, okay, but we didn't quite know how to fill it yet. We had all this space and all these ideas, or maybe this grander awakening, and really nowhere to ground it. And that's sort of the feeling that we had up until the brink of this week. Sunday, Monday, something definitely clicked. It shifted, and I don't know if you guys felt that. But as we're on Tuesday now and headed into the week, it does feel like things are beginning to round. Things are beginning to make a little bit more sense. Libra's definitely gone through a major transformation. And I would like to say a major or deep awakening. This month was very, very special for Libra. I don't feel that you'll end it the same person. So, with that knowledge, I did get a little bit of a hint, okay, of what was being transformed. Whoever I'm tapping in with today was transforming a personal situation that had maybe been in limbo for a long time. Okay, this situation probably had an emotional context to it, and it could have even been romantic. For a lot of us Libras, of course, we rule partnerships and love, right? So with the Venusian placement in our sign, and now as it's going into Scorpio, we're finding resolution, okay? And in that sort of resolution feeling, there is quite a different feeling as well of release. So I don't know if many of you are leaving a relationship or maybe deciding upon how to move forward with one, but it does feel like you've clarified quite a few things through this transformation and simply deciding what areas are a good investment and what areas are not. Okay, so there is quite a bit of a clarifying energy there, where I think that whole open space of the awakening was quite intense, and we may have not been able to make a decision up until now. This week may actually bring that clarifying energy that you need. Okay, emotionally, I sense this way more than mentally, because that's where we've been, right? Now we need to sink into Scorpio and really hone in on those emotional feels, okay? What feels right? What doesn't feel good? Using our intuition, psychic senses, even our dreams are going to be heightened as the veil is thinning, and we're just seeing things so much more clearly. Scorpio is really assisting us in grounding this transformation. Is there anything else? So with this awakening, it's interesting because the feeling I sensed and what they're reminding me of now is that what you wanted before has changed. And so, again, with this release and this clarifying energy for some of you guys, this surrender emotionally to what's working and what's not working, it could be a little bittersweet, but I find that most of the Libras that I'm connecting with have had this transformation, and simply enough, their desires are just not the same as they were before. So we're going to see if we can unpack this a little bit more. Thank you guys for watching as well. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. Of course, I love your comments. I love reading you guys, what you guys are going through personally. If this resonates, please let me know. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. I do try to post weekly for you guys. And of course, I love my Libra gang. I'm so freaking biased. I don't even mind saying it. I'm biased as hell. Okay, I love my Libras. You guys are the best. This may work for you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus, of course, as I mentioned before. But if you are a cross watcher checking in for a Libra love, please feel free to switch up or reverse the roles if necessary, okay? Of course, energy is fluid and not gender specific. So if I say feminine energy, it could still be a male, okay? If I say masculine energy, it could still be a female. But I will try to clarify as much as possible. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I often do get messages for love and relationships, as you probably can tell. So keep an open mind, you guys. We all work through different things at different times. As I say that, look at this. We have, okay, oh, wow. We have divine feminine, communication, and universal love. I mean, is this regarding a relationship, Libra? Divine feminine, number 3, talking about planting seeds and establishing a firm foundation. Also, having a lot of potential where you are. Again, that transformation did you really well, okay? You're going to come out of that realizing that you have way more options than you were giving yourself credit. We have communication and a number 5. So whatever is being communicated could be a game changer, okay? We also have universal love, which is a master number 44, which is talking about something that's infinitely consistent. Okay, you're finding a core energy with this one. A core energy, something that you can tap back into time and time again this week that really is your center of knowing or being or relating with another. We have divine feminine. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Again, I think with this mental energy and the transformation that we've all been through, it's probably made us feel disconnected from our emotions, from our divine feminine self at one time or another. We are definitely going to be sinking into that loving, nurturing, receptive, emotional energy this week. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So when we're talking about universal love, divine feminine, of course the divine masculine could be implied. This has a lot to do with receptivity, regardless of whether it's feminine or masculine, incoming and outgoing. This is all about direct or receptive energy. If you are a cross watcher and you're dealing with a feminine or masculine Libra, it's very important to both of you now that you stay very receptive and open to what actually is being communicated. Try to have an understanding position. Try to be open and compassionate, of course, because whatever change is arriving in your life, I feel like it's going to be really beneficial to your overall understanding of what the meaning behind this transformation or behind this phase has been. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. That is a really powerful card. I feel a lot of change coming your way, but in the most reassuring, balancing, foundational kind of ways. I really hope this for you, Libra. We're going to use my Golden Tarot, but first I want to get a personal powers card for you guys. So for those of you who are familiar with my readings, you already know this, but I typically use my personal powers cards for the divine feminines involved. So if you are a divine feminine and this is the energy that you're relating to now, this will be a good affirmation for you to use this week. It can also help me pinpoint something that you could specifically be working through with the dynamics, okay, within your personal life. So show me a personal powers card for Libra in love this week, please. What is a good affirmation for Libra this week? What is a good affirmation for Libra in love this week? 3 more times, you guys. 1, 2, 3. I am sacred. Wow, and number 11. We have 2 master numbers here on the deck, and we also have a divine feminine. We are definitely talking about the things that serve you and the things you deserve, okay? Knowing where you are, where you stand in your own consciousness and your own awareness of self is very important this week as you are becoming a master of self. It's funny too because we are headed into the 11th month of the year. I feel like for some of you Libras, you are going to reach a pinnacle, okay, of your power, of your self-awareness, of your receptivity, of your divinely feminine nature. Okay, very soon. Now, with I Am Sacred, I am actually being told to read out of the book, which I don't usually do, but I will for you guys because they're yelling it at me. Okay. Oop. I don't know why. There must be something in here for you guys. They definitely don't always yell at me about this kind of stuff. But they are saying, read out of the book. Okay, self-care is how you take your power back. Lala Delia. If you don't yet know the importance of self-care, one day you will. It's usually when we lack it and need it most that it makes itself known to us as something that is missing. I learned the hard way about the importance of self-care when I reached my boiling point of physical and emotional neglect. Self-care is a choice and a personal power because it is what helps us recharge and feel balanced. It takes conscious practice as well. We women often tend to put everyone else before us, which can lead to burnout or dissatisfaction with life. This card urges you to ask yourself if you're happy and fulfilled with your daily routine. The first step is to set the intention. The next is to take action toward it. No more waiting, no more excuses. Give yourself permission to nurture your mind, body, and soul so you can show up in the world radiating. So definitely self-care, of course, that's the key takeaway. One of the other things that I got as a download from that is some of you could actually be practicing a regimented mantra practice. There's something coming through about your voice and about the use of the way you communicate. Okay, there's definitely a healing effect coming through there for some of you guys. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to check on the masculines. Of course, we can't forget about the masculines. Please show me the masculine energy for Libra in love this week. How is the masculine feeling? What are they thinking this week? Please show me the masculine energy for the masculine this week for Libra in love. I feel like the masculine really wants to talk. Okay, I'm getting this energy like the cards are very, very full. Okay, I'm having a hard time controlling them, actually. There's energy that wants to come out really bad. Okay? Reality can be shaped and changed by my direct actions. And so I will act with consistency to forge my ideal life. That's really, really nice. So reality can be shaped and changed by my direct actions. And so I will act with consistency to forge my ideal life. With these two cards, and of course, as you guys already know, with my readings, I always mention this, but we all have masculine and feminine within us. So Libra, the masters of balance, hello, you are clearly balancing your masculine and feminine energies, regardless of whether you are checking up or curious of a significant other. These energies scream regimen. These energies really are addressing self-care and responsibility, self-accountability. Okay, maybe you have been through the throes this previous month, and maybe there has been quite an awakening. There's an interesting dynamic here in both of these energies to show up consistently, to wake up, have a regimen, make time for the things that are not negotiable for your happiness. Okay? Beautiful. Almost, I don't want to say unemotional, because I feel like that's been coming up a lot in Libra season. We are not in that energy anymore. We're not necessarily in that negotiable, unemotional, sort of clear-cut energy. We're definitely diving more into emotion, but we're having to address it very clearly. With our head and our heart in alignment. That is really the best option if you can manage. So be open, receptive, show up for the things that you need to do, but then also take time to recover and rejuvenate your own batteries. Let go of the things that are not serving you. Distractions are definitely implied within this energy. What's going to help you grow? What's going to help you plant those seeds that you need this week? And once you do plant them, once you do refine what it is you're actually going for, what's going to nurture your soul, you got to show up to water them, right? You got to show up to water them, right? Yeah, Libra. Yeah. I know you guys feel me. Show me the core energy for Libra. I just heard poppy seed. Okay, so poppy seed, I think, isn't it an aphrodisiac? It's something of a stress reliever. It's, I think, often used in like sexual enhancement. You guys might want to look into that. Okay, poppy. I actually saw the flower, right? It's a flower, right? Poppy seed. Oh, wow. So this really shows the kind of transformation that you've been undergoing. 5 of Wheels. So without this glare here, you guys, of course, you tarot buffs know that this is a release from struggle, from codependency, from toxicity, especially since we have the devil on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so anything like that. And I think specifically some of you are heavily focused on addictions, things that really aren't benefiting you or nourishing your soul or your physical body. Right now, and since we are moving into Scorpio season, it's gonna be a really ideal time, okay, to show up consistently for those regimens and for the things that really are working for you, and to really clarify and hone in on the things that you need to release and let go of. I think that also, Libra, if you guys have been getting the urge to spend, maybe finances are dwindling, maybe you've had a rough month in October, this is coming to an end. You're going to have a more refined focus on your money. You're going to want to spend more wisely, okay? Not frugally, because that's, of course, a part of your self-care regimen of maybe what the things you deserve, but to have a keener awareness of what that is and the things that will last. The devil is also, these enchanting, kind of enticing energies that want to pull you in. These are the distractions. These are the things that are always going to be there, but you have to decide whether or not you're going to share that same vibration with that thing. You're going to have to decide whether or not you are more sacred than to do such a thing. You're going to have to be aware of yourself if that actually serves your future or if it keeps you enslaved to something maybe of the past or where you are now, if it promotes growth or something along those lines. You guys feel me, right? I'm getting a lot of this energy, just very, very keen awareness of what serves you, what doesn't, and really of releasing those things. Because you realize now is a prime time. You realize now is a prime time for that kind of thing. Okay. What is this, Libra? The Tower in reverse. 8 of Cups. Wow, so this is very telling. Some of you guys, especially with this Mars-Aries energy, are leaving a toxic situation, okay? Or that you have left a toxic situation, but you're still looking at this like it might be unfinished business. There could be some communication or closure that's needed, because it does seem like both of you are in the midst of a transition. Both of you are moving towards something different, moving away from toxicity, but then again, it's still that energy of not being able to certainly ground it, which is bothering you. 8 of Cups is definitely moving on, moving forward, realizing there's nothing more to gain here, that kind of energy. Knight of Wands and 5 of Swords. So it's interesting here, the way this is coming up. A lot of fire. A lot of fire. And what I sense here is that you guys could share a lot of passion. I do feel that with this Page of Wands, this is definitely referring to a masculine energy showing up consistently. Simply enough, masculines, it's not going to be enough if you show up in Libra's life once or twice a season, or, you know, here and there, or when it's convenient for you, and you're not also doing the soul work, and you're not also treating them like they're sacred. I do feel strongly this energy is a very in and out energy, unable to really move forward, and then also unable to close out cycles in the past. This person is potentially in a little bit of a limbo right now, which I think is aggravating Libra a tiny bit, because whatever toxicity has been around this couple, they are kind of bringing it into the dynamic. Okay, and I don't want to say that for certainty, but it does really resonate here with whatever the masculine is going through. They are going through transitional energy, and they may want to come in to see Libra, but there's this 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And it bothers me. It bothers me because what they're doing is they're just bringing in a bunch of other stuff that really doesn't benefit Libra or the relationship. Okay, oh gosh, Libra. Ooh, we have Justice, the Star, and the 9 of Swords. This is some heavy mental energy, but I don't want to scare you because I think this is exactly what you've already been going through. This is exactly the clarifying agent, this transformation, this mental stretch that you've been going through this entire season. Now, as we enter Virgo, I said Virgo. You could be involved with a Virgo, although this has nothing to do with any Virgoan energy. Virgo, in Libra season, as we enter Scorpio season, this is what is being clarified, revealed, you are becoming aware of. I feel it's very important for you. What do I feel? With Justice in reverse, this is Libran energy. The Star in reverse, this is Aquarian energy. 9 of Swords is Libran Aquarian energy. What I think is happening is a little bit of drama, okay? A little bit of drama in your life, and it could have been really difficult this season. With Justice in reverse, it feels like a very unfair situation. The Star in reverse feels like there's absolutely no healing, or that at times it could have been hopeless. And the 9 of Swords is the inconclusiveness of, did I do the right thing? There may not be any closure for some of you guys just yet. Okay, but this is again what we're working through, so I'm hoping to help you guys reach that point. We have Strength in reverse as well, okay, which is to further back up this energy that you were just absolutely pushed to the limit potentially, Libra, that you were absolutely taken advantage of, that you were absolutely stretched, okay, with this situation. Now, what's interesting is the feeling I'm getting all of a sudden, because as I'm shuffling these and clarifying that mental energy of Libra season and what you've previously gone through, we have a bit of energy coming through all of a sudden, and I can feel it almost wash over me. Like there's clarity, like there's hope, like there's a decision, like there's a release. And this is that energy the whole time. We had to work through the energy of transformation and transition and stretching and awakening just to simply get to the point that the emotions started to flood in again, right? We have the Two of Wheels. So where we started with this Five of Wheels was feeling like you were stuck, stagnant, at a loss in a codependent situation, not moving forward, not making the right investments, wondering how they feel, no communication, no movement at all, to finally some movement. Okay? This is interesting because now we have Tauran, Virgoan, Capricornian energy, just a smidge on the table. We also have Knight of Wands in the Tower being Aries predominantly, also could be Leo, and also Mars influence. And then we have a whole bunch of your own energy, the air energy. But the Justice card is coming through very decisive. Very decisive because it's becoming more and more clear of what's working and what isn't, right? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So with this Two of Wheels and an interesting Lovers card, as typically the Lover's energy does not have three people involved. What I feel like is it's very clear someone has been juggling. And this may have really upset you. This may have really put you in a little bit of a pickle or for a tailspin. And I won't say that this is for all of you because, of course, if this is for you, you'll already know. This is absolutely no surprise to you at this point, Libra. The Knight of Wands would also indicate a player energy, very back and forth, here and there, inconsistent, right? The Tower is showing us that they have yet to really lay this to rest. They have yet to really put this down. And the Devil was upright behind the Five of Wheels. So having that massive change, that greater awakening, at least for them, may not have happened yet. So the Two of Wheels in reverse and the Lovers card is actually really reassuring because it shows that they're taking their relationships a smidge more seriously. They're looking at their energy with you in accordance to you and trying to find the core energy of it. Remember, this universal love, it stands and it's strong. It is strong. So Libra, if you're still waiting on communication or clarity or even closure of a situation like this, I feel you're strongly going to receive some clarity over this. Whether it be from this person, because I don't feel as much communication coming from that masculine energy, or let's say from the person who's not the Libra. I feel a lot of Libran energy here over clarifying, getting to the point, having higher standards, setting healthier boundaries, maybe losing a bit of hope for this. Because as it stands, I feel like Libra wants to put whatever this mental turmoil and this mental stretch for the truth absolutely to rest. In a really tangible way. So, again, as we have the overall energy of the Lovers, we have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of Libran energy regarding love. We'll end on the Knight of Swords, okay? That's really fast. That's fast incoming communication. But what I would say is that the Lover's energy is an interesting energy, okay? It is regarding a relationship. This person really does value you. They hold you on a sort of pedestal as opposed to other people. But regardless of their intentions towards you, I think what really is being clarified this week is what you'll settle for, what you'll accept, and what you deserve. So the Page of Swords is maybe them watching you. Maybe them, checking out your social media. Maybe them driving by your house, right? They're seeing something that's clarifying about the relationship. And the Ace of Swords to follow is this wind of change. It's this wind of change. It's the no excuses type of energy that I'm feeling. No excuses. Either you show up for Libra's life or you don't. Because Libra's at this Star in reverse energy, this Nine of Swords in upright energy, and this Justice in reverse energy. There's no game playing here. Okay, with this Ace of Swords, I think that it really is a final decision. It is closure. It is a decision being made, and it's causing this release. It is actually causing this release. So if there's communication, maybe this person says, I want to work things out with you, Libra, then this is going to be that awakening this person needs. Okay, maybe there's some truth coming out in their life that they are awakening to, that they, in turn, can't go back afterwards. Okay, like that energy we felt of the awakening, wanting something different than you previously wanted before you awakened. This person is going through the same or very similar situation. The Eight of Swords would indicate a release. Okay, maybe a release from toxicity. That's what I would hope. And some clarity to be had over how to proceed. This is definitely exiting the anxiety. It's definitely exiting a mental turmoil or the questioning phase of whatever this transformation has been for you. So it could be big, it could be subtle, but I think it is powerful. I think it is something that you're going to have to remain open to. Of course, when we're looking at this Six of Cups, this is the lover's energy. It is the pre-lovers, okay? It is soulmate energy at the very least. And it talks about reciprocity at the end of the day. And a lot of this has been about consistency, reciprocity, remaining open to whatever may come. Because I think, in truth, Libra's at a point that it doesn't matter what may come. It's got to be healthy for them. It's got to be clear for them. It's got to be consistent for them. It's got to honor them. Okay? That's really where Libra's coming from. And I hope you guys resonated with that. I feel like that's just a really nice place to end. You guys are definitely on your way to Scorpio season, very deeply transformative season. We're going to definitely get into more of that energy as we go. We're just at the very brink of that. So settle in. Okay, settle in, Libra. No more stretching to do. No more transforming or expanding to do. It's time to really sink. Okay, it's time to really integrate. Maybe go within a little bit and trust. Trust what the universe is telling you. Trust what your intuition is telling you. Trust what's happening in your life. Because as final as this may seem, things like this are always subject to change. The universe is always very surprising. Okay, so just remain open and let time work out for you. Remember, show up to water those seeds that you're planting. They're not going to blossom in one day. Just keep showing up to water those seeds, and I really feel like this is going to be a good transformation for you. We're going to go into clarity. If you guys would like to follow me over to Vimeo, the link is in the description box below. We're definitely going to go into this previous awakening that you've had, Libra, with the Star, the Justice, and the Nine of Swords kind of energy. We're going to go also into this Two of Wheels, okay, just to further identify what exactly was being juggled and what's being laid to rest, what kind of conclusiveness we can bring from this energy. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.